New tonight, prostate cancer is the second most diagnosed cancer amongst men, but for many patients, the effects of treatment can disrupt some important male functions. But a new procedure is giving some men and the medical community hope. The words no man wants to hear: prostate cancer.
I was pretty fearful. Didn't know what was in front of me because I just didn't know enough.
Dennis Vendetti became one of more than 250,000 men diagnosed with prostate cancer in the U.S. each year. Tony Bebbington makes two.
I didn't hear the words, I actually read the words, and quite frankly, I freaked out.
Neither man feared the cancer, but rather having surgery to remove their prostate to combat it.
I think just like every male, the first thing that goes through your head is that the end of my sex life?
Oh, I mean, doesn't that cut to the essence of what you are as a man? I mean, that you can still be, quote unquote, a man, you know, and it's, yes, you're right. I mean, we're not active like we were when we were younger. However, I still like to know I can push the button and something can happen. Right?
Yeah, well put. According to the American Cancer Society, the side effects of a prostatectomy are urinary incontinence or leakage of urine and erectile dysfunction.
Unfortunately, those are real side effects that you may experience after a complete removal operation.
But Dr. Mark Hong with Integrative Urology believes there's hope in a new procedure called the Tulsa Pro.
The way that the treatment works is you have a very strong beam of energy. It's actually a high-intensity focused ultrasound or HIFU type of energy that is delivered from inside of the prostate to basically kill the cancer. When you do that treatment, you're actually inside of an MRI unit that is, of course, an imaging unit, and that allows us to have very exquisite control of where that energy goes.
More importantly, the procedure is intended to allow men to retain all functions.
The key is you want to spare the structures that are involved in your sexual function, and also spare the structures that are part of your continence or ability to control urine.
The American Cancer Society calls it promising.
I think it's an exciting treatment because it has the potential to not have the same side effect profile as other, high frequency ultrasound. I think it's still too early to see whether it's revolutionary. I think what we need is more time for follow-up.
Both Tony and Dennis had the Tulsa Pro procedure done.
Physically, I think it's done very well. Procedurally wise, body feels great.
I was like a new man. I felt fine. I felt great. No loss of strength. I felt tremendous.
Have you pressed that button?
Yes. And I pressed the button too.
Even better, they are both now cancer-free.
Frankly, it's changed my life. In my last part of my life, it's just, I feel like a new person.
I'm actually very happy, very relieved, and just wish I'd maybe started thinking about some of these male procedures 5-10 years prior, instead of having to play catch up.
Doctors say early detection is always key with prostate cancer. Now, since this procedure is new, it's not covered by insurance and costs about $30,000 out of pocket. Lastly, it's not offered here in Arizona yet. The two people who we profiled flew to California to have it done. A new facility is being built here in Arizona that should be completed early next year.